Story 1. Life of Boris is a Slavic man who does humorous Slavic things. Sometimes he plays games, teaches languages, or cooks. Beneath the stereotypes and jokes, he truly cares deeply about his culture. Outside Xbox and Outside Extra create video game journalism, let's play videos, streams, Dungeons and Dragons sessions, and silly challenges. Story 2. Lazy Game Reviews still holds up after all these years. If you are into old computer technology, this is the channel for you. Story 3. I scrolled through many comments but have not seen Historia Civilis yet. Awesome channel for ancient history, particularly the late Roman Republic. Covers politics, culture, and battles, the whole shebang, and does so in a very enjoyable way. Highly recommended. Story 4. Air Force Proud 95. I do not understand half of the flying terminology, but it is hilarious all the same. Story 5. This old Tony has an amazing sense of humor. He manages to make his videos funny without losing anything on the informative side. He mostly makes videos on hobby machining, from the value of a cheap mini lathe to building his own computer numerical control router, with various smaller projects in between. The videos are informative and interesting even for someone with no interest in actually getting into machining, and he adds enough humor to keep them fresh. Similar but different is Ave, which stands for Arduino versus Evil. He does hobby machining and primarily tool reviews and teardowns with extra chaotic antics. Not always as informative and with a different kind of humor, but still worth watching. Story 6. Defunctland produces detailed, highly interesting videos on defunct theme park attractions and former television shows. It recently released an episode about Between the Lions. Story 7. Ahoy is the best creator of gaming-related documentaries I have seen anywhere. He could make content for mainstream media and it would not look out of place. I highly recommend A Brief History of Graphics. Story 8. TechWiki. 3 to 4 minute videos that explain technology topics in an explain like I'm 5 style. Primitive technology. A man examines human advancement through the ages, then proceeds to build impressive structures in the jungle. Kurzgesagt. Science videos presented in an explain like I'm 5 style. Fits, truly funny video game best moment compilations. They seem scripted, but I still laugh out loud. Story 9. Forgotten Weapons. For a zero-hype, non-tactical, well-read host who discusses the history and finer points of unusual firearms across the ages. Rich Rebuilds. A funny and ingenious look at building and fixing electric cars in your backyard. 1320. A straightforward behind-the-scenes look at drag racing with mostly street-driven cars. The presenters are excellent and unbiased. Story 10. Mark Rober makes interesting science and engineering videos in which he builds extraordinary devices and explains them so the average person can understand. He puts a great deal of time and effort into his videos. There is never a boring one. Story 11. Salmonella Academy is perfect if you want to learn the weird side of history, with a ton of dark humor. I could binge the videos for hours. Story 12. Steve 1989 Meals Ready to Eat Info. This reviewer is genuinely enthusiastic about meals ready to eat and reviews many of them. I found the channel through a previous thread, and it is surprisingly interesting to watch reviews of these rations from different countries and even historical ones. Story 13. Nakey Jakey is by far my favorite YouTube creator. His videos explore themes and ideas present in video games that also relate to life. All his videos are unique, and you can tell he is very passionate about what he does. He also has an amazing sense of humor. I dare you to look him up. Edit. Thank you to the 2 people who gave me gold. For those who have not heard, he also has some excellent music on SoundCloud and Spotify under the name Jakey. Dog bless. Story 14. The Great War. A week-by-week news-style coverage of the events of World War I. An episode for every week of the war, plus a series of specials highlighting individual people, technology, and other features. It just wrapped up a little over a month ago with the 100th anniversary of the Treaty of Versailles. Correction. The armistice was in 1918 and the Treaty of Versailles was signed in 1919. They are now producing World War II on a new channel, following the same week-by-week format. It is only at week 17 so far, Story 15. Smarter Every Day. Many people already know about this channel, but if you do not, it is seriously worth checking out. It features a man delving into the science behind everyday and less common topics such as rocket launches. He is passionate, makes the content compelling to watch, and explains things clearly for people who are less scientifically minded. Story 16. Obligatory shout-out to Captain Disillusion. He appears on the front page here often because his videos debunk scams and hoax videos. His whole character makes you feel warm and nostalgic, like you are watching an old-school science educational video, kind of like Bill Nye. Drinking with Goosebumps goes through the plots of Goosebumps books and takes shots every time a cliché happens. It is absolutely hilarious. Pickaspree is a hilarious Let's Player who rose to popularity when he played Pokemon Crystal with only 6 Smeargles. He also does fun challenges like trying to beat Pokemon games using only a Ditto or playing Strange Room hacks, which are read-only memory hacks. He covers more than Pokemon 2 and is great to have on in the background or while cooking. Story 17. Lem Miano is definitely worth watching. The videos are top quality and the mini documentaries are amazing. Story 18. Primitive Technology. Exurb 1A for something completely different. Watch some surfing. It's good for your soul. Story 19. Noclip, crowd-funded video game documentaries. Internet comment etiquette. How to leave proper and respectful YouTube comments. Tom Scott. Interesting videos on a variety of topics. Story 20. Soviet Womble and Killian Experience are great if you want to roll on the floor laughing while watching them play games. Cinema Wins and Massive G are perfect for listening to people being positive about everything and enjoying soothing voices. True Television is ideal for clips from new episodes of Impractical Jokers. Story 21. Rob Scallon is a great guitarist and musician who is entertaining to watch. Story 22. Call Me Kevin. I play video games, and the way I play them is hilarious. Story 23. Try Salmonella if you want some nice, clean, useful education. Story 24. Internet Historian. Truly a comic genius and great for reminiscing about events like the iPhone massacre. Edited. Thank you, sweetie, for the silver. Story 25. Critical Role is worth watching if you are willing to commit a few hundred hours. It features a brilliant group of close friends who are voice actors playing Dungeons & Dragons, with Matt Mercer, the best dungeon master, running the game. Story 26. Salmonella Academy is one of my favorite channels. Story 27. Northern Lion. If you enjoy watching a gamer with excellent banter who is often intentionally subpar at the games he plays, he is a diamond among the over-the-top YouTubers. The guy has been playing The Binding of Isaac for about 5 years and still gets solid views on each daily episode. He must be doing something right. Calling him subpar was an understatement. Northern Lion is genuinely good at games. He just does not always play the optimal way and focuses on enjoying the game. Story 28. Red Letter Media. A group of older men who watch and make fun of good, bad, and truly awful movies. Story 29. Gus Johnson. Edit. Holy balls. Silver and gold. First time ever. Thanks so much. Story 30. Alright. Here is a sampling of some of the channels that I am currently subscribed to. This is by no means all of them, but these are some of the ones I get excited to see a video pop up from. If anyone knows similar channels, I would love to hear them. For each, I have given a channel name, a brief description, and videos I would recommend. Disclaimer: I am very into media analysis, so you will see many channels in that vein. Ask a Mortician. An excellent channel that aims to make us more comfortable with death and everything that surrounds it. She has a variety of informational videos ranging from questions about historic deaths to discussions of iconic corpses. As a starter, I recommend the Iconic Corpse series or her video about the dead of Pearl Harbor. Breadsword, a deep look at movies in long-form essays. He is not a consistent uploader, but the work is consistently good. I recommend Treasure Planet, Disney's Biggest Mistake, a video about how failed marketing and treatment killed an otherwise good film. Cinema Wins, while the style is similar to CinemaSins knockoffs, this channel is actually a celebration of film rather than bad faith critique. It is a lovely watch and you can start anywhere. Defunctland, a series tackling amusement park attractions of yesterday. He has branched out into a few side projects as well. I recommend his video on the Nickelodeon Hotel and the podcast episode that followed and supplemented it. Film Joy. I have mainly watched the Movies with Mikey series on this channel. It is a great dive into films with a wonderful atmosphere and good humor. I recommend the video on Thor Ragnarok. Folding Ideas. Dan Olson is one of my favorite video essayists. While he talks about film a lot, he dives into other topics now and then to keep things fresh. I recommend the A Lukewarm Defense of 50 Shades of Grey trilogy. It is a long piece but well worth your time. Frederick Knudsen, better known as Down the Rabbit Hole. Fred makes miniature documentaries on strange events both on and off the internet. His most recent one was feature-length and interesting to behold. I recommend his video on Rajneeshpuram, Innuendo Studios, an inconsistent uploader, but the content is excellent. He is currently working on a series about the rhetoric of the alternative right and how it works. I recommend starting with We Don't Talk About Kenny. Jenny Nicholson, a grabbag channel that is just a fun time diving into various media. I recommend Nobody on the Planet Remembers Beastly, Is Forces of Destiny Good? Or The Worst Reality Show of All Time. Lindsay Ellis, a video essayist about film and one of my favorites. I recommend either her trilogy on the Hobbit films or Bright, The Apotheosis of Lazy World Building. Low Art, a smaller, relatively new channel that needs more eyes. While he covers other topics, this channel is more animation-based. I recommend his series Is Teen Titans as Good as We Remember It? Nightmind, a channel that dives into and explains niche online horror experiences, mostly web series. He has been branching out lately. I recommend his first video series breaking down Marble Hornets. Quentin Reviews, a channel that can be all over the place at times, but the content is generally interesting and likely to have something you will enjoy. I recommend the Fallen Titan series, a dive into why some prominent YouTube creators disappeared. Super Eyepatchwolf, a great anime channel with some video game content as well. I recommend The Fall of Bleach. The Dom, the channel name might change soon. The main series is titled Lost in Adaptation if it does. The channel looks into the differences between books and their adaptations, why changes were made, and how they affect the story. I recommend his series on the adaptations of Harry Potter or his recent series covering Scott Pilgrim. Yesterworld Entertainment, much like Defunctland, this channel covers old theme park stuff but with a very different style. There has been some coverage of movie-related topics in the past as well. I recommend his recent video on the evolution of the carousel of progress at Disney. Story 31. Hat Films is a group of friends having fun and getting demonetized. It is a gaming channel with live-action vlogs. They are part of the Yogscast. Story 32. National Public Radio's Tiny Desk concerts feature many great performances. I wish you could find them all in audio form. Story 33. Overly Sarcastic Productions. Cinema Wins. Danny Gonzalez. Drew Gooden. Captain Disillusion. The Cosmonaut Variety Hour. Nerd City. Nakey Jakey. Say Goodnight Kevin. Story 34. Hat Films produces skits, plays games, and covers everything in between. They currently have about 899,000 subscribers and have been at that level for a while, probably because of recent algorithm changes. I would compare their humor to Game Grumps and Yogscast. They are very funny. Story 35. Public Broadcasting Service Spacetime. More involved than standard popular physics channels. Scott Manley focuses on rockets. SciShow Popular Science. SciShow Space, Space Focus Popular Science. Public Broadcasting Service Ian's History of Life on Earth and of the Planet Itself. Hot Mess, Climate Change Information. Every Frame a Painting Film Analysis. Minute Physics, Popular Physics. Tom Scott, Nerdy Topics. The B1M, Construction-Oriented Videos. Wendover Productions, usually about airplanes, travel, and economics. Kurzgesagt, Popular Science, often with a nihilistic twist, probably the most mainstream of the channels listed. Wisecrack, Popular Philosophy and Related Content. Smarter Everyday, Popular Science. Did You Know Gaming, Informative Gaming Videos. Braincraft, Popular Psychology. Crash Course, long-running series on many topics. The Crash Course Philosophy series is notable. SciShow Psychology, Popular Psychology. Computer File, interesting computing videos. Story 36. Kurzgesagt if you are into science. Michael Reeves if you are into electrical engineering and programming silly projects. Dumpkey if you are into video games. Bonus. Computer File if you are into learning how computers work. Knowledge and Learning. 3 Blue 1 Brown, great channel for math and mathematical concepts. Vsauce, General Knowledge. Electroboom, Electrical Engineering. Number File Math. Geography Now. Fast-paced Geography. They did a series with a video on every country in alphabetical order. Smarter Everyday General Knowledge. Computer File, Computers and Programming. Code Bullet, Programming. Blender Guru, Blender and 3D Modeling. The Modern Rogue, Entertainment and Education. They show cool tech things and other content. Cody's Lab Chemistry. Adam Neely, bassist who does great videos on music, both bass technique and general music theory. Andrew Huang talks about music gear. Cuckoo Music, similar to Andrew Huang. Veritasium Science. Because Science reportedly recommended by Bill Nye. The Great War, a series that chronicled the First World War week by week, exactly 100 years after the events occurred. They may cover World War II next. Scott Manley, Kerbal Space Program videos and real-life space and physics topics. Tom Scott, explanations about the world and interesting facts. Wearer of red shirts. Name Explain videos based on etymology. Public Broadcasting Service Spacetime videos about space and related topics. Nile Red Chemistry videos. SciShow Informative Science videos. Physics Girl Physics explained by a great presenter. Carrick Machine Learning. Start with his videos on machine learning-based life forms. Minute Physics, quick-paced physics videos. CGP Grey videos on a wide range of topics. Start with How to Become the Pope. Vi Hart Math videos with hand-drawn illustrations. 12-tone music theory, including a series on the foundations of music theory such as functional harmony. Entertainment. Video Game Donkey, video games and commentary. Nakey Jakey, video essays that are interesting and funny. Game Grumps, comedic gaming videos. Michael Reeves, maker of humorous engineering and programming projects. William Osman, similar style to Michael Reeves. Soviet Womble, humorous stream compilations. Tested Tech and Gadgets. Adam Savage appears on the channel. Simone Giertz, creator of Quirky Robots. Philip Solo TV, videos of random projects around Canada. Ashens, reviews of tacky merchandise and related items. Bill Wirtz, unique and unpredictable content. Your Movie Sucks, film criticism that is more interesting than it might sound. The Needle Drop Music, reviews by Anthony Fantano. Fun Haws, a gaming group that produces very funny videos, in my opinion. Super Mega, comedic duo. My Two Lovely Uncles is a modern classic. Captain Disillusion debunks and explains fake viral videos, including how effects could be produced in 3D modeling and animation. Zero Punctuation Rapid Fire, humorous game reviews that mock industry trends. Mark Rober, maker of inventive projects, including a viral glitter bomb. Jabril's videos on machine learning, game development, and programming. Start with his Game Jam video. Story 37. Captain Disillusion has been producing amazing high-quality videos about hoaxes and visual effects for over 10 years. Electroboom creates entertaining and rigorous electrical engineering videos. Cinefix, especially their top-end lists, produces excellent cinema commentary. Adam Savage's Tested channel is notable for one-day builds and incognito cosplay at comic conventions. Wintergaten posts weekly updates on his extraordinary second marble machine, the Marble Machine X, a musical instrument inspired by a viral demo animation of an old video card. This Old Tony, a New York City computer numerical control, offers superb metalwork and machining content, from simple lathe work to industrial Tormach computer numerical control machines. Stereochroma has fewer uploads but great candy-making videos. David Bull of Mokohenken is a woodblock printmaker who lives and runs a shop in Tokyo reviving the old craft of ukiyo printing. Story 38. The Infographics Show. Life Nogging. Daily Dose of Internet. Binging with Babish, Chris Fix, Jerry Rig Everything, Doug DeMuro, You Suck at Cooking, Casually Explained, Household Hacker, Story 39. I am not sure whether this has been mentioned already, but Exerbia is such an underrated content creator. Thanks a bunch for sticking around till the end of the video. Remember to subscribe, and until next time, stay awesome and goodbye.